So in the last video we showed you garden boxes, kind of what we were doing with this. If you have not seen that video, definitely go check it out. It'd be greatly appreciated. And also, I can't have nice things. Broke the tire on the lawnmower. Yeah, it is what it is. And we got all that area finished up. But I still need to cut grass. Yeah, I mean, this over here can probably wait a little bit. That's getting pretty bad. Back there is really bad. I didn't even do that last time. Also, we're still battling the weather, and it's the meetup weekend. So as you're watching this, I'm actually getting out here to put the blade on the lawnmower and just wrap stuff up before we take off for the meetup, which, well, we're not leaving until tomorrow morning, but I'm trying to get everything done today so I don't have to do it tomorrow, that we have some free time. So anyway, see you over at the shop. Alright, welcome back to the journey, folks. So getting over here, lawnmower blade that we picked up yesterday. Wanted to go ahead and get this installed. So obviously this lawnmower has been down for since last season, last spring. So I don't even know if it has. So Gladys was the last one that she was using it. She was cutting stuff over by the pond. Oh, her and Dad were over there doing stuff. I don't remember what I was doing. I don't know. It was last spring, so I've slept since then, right? But anyway, she ended up hitting a rock, and it bent the blade pretty good. I think I still have it over there, but and then I had another blade here that I was going to utilize, but the reason why I wasn't able to do that is because this was the piece I had to replace. And if you see, it hit so hard that it sheared that little piece off, you know, that little flower piece. So I got the new one put in, and then now I'm putting on a new blade, which always take off the stickers because of balancing, which I do have a balancer somewhere, at least half of one that I know of where that piece is. I'm still trying to find the second piece to be able to balance your blades. But being brand new, I would hope that it's balanced, and it also will tell you which side goes to the grass, right? So that is grass side. And I thought that was going to still fit over that, but it doesn't. So, well, I think I have an adapter. Let me check. The piece for that blade, that fits on there perfect. Problem is, this does not fit on the lawnmower. There's, I believe, two different size shafts, but let me see. If I was to use this, because this is also it's self-propelling, and to be self-propelled, it needs the belt to go around to the pulley like that, right? So even if I could use this one and take that off, it would take away that pulley, right? I wouldn't be able to utilize that. So, well, that means I can't use this blade that I have to go back to my old blade. But this one needs to be sharpened. So let me go sharpen it quick. Okay, so that's all done. And well, that's kind of upsetting. I know I will be able to use that. I'm just gonna have to get an adapter. It is what it is. Is what it is, and not that adapter either, because that does not work for me. And always make sure that you're disconnecting your spark plug when changing out blades or doing any stuff like that. Always a necessity. Also want to check, make sure any growth, spiders, yuckiness. I put my plug back in. There we go. Man, I've had this lawnmower since we were in Virginia. It's been a good lawnmower, but it's had its issues, ups and downs. It's traveled halfway around the United States. Looks like I had a pinched cable. So whatever was, when it was sitting in here, I don't know, it looked like something got set, because my pull cord is also got a tear in it. And then that cable, it doesn't look like it's busted, but we'll see. It still operates, so. But I am gonna have to replace it at some point. Oh, well, let's go see if this thing, can't even see me. Let's go see if this thing works. Get some fresh gas. Because this did have just a little tiny bit of gas in there with a stabilizer. So this lawnmower is actually, it's supposed to be like self-priming, self-choking, all that stuff, right? Which I've had to replace a lot of those things in the past, springs and stuff. It has a new filter, well, semi-new filter. All right, let's see if it'll start. Well, I can feel a little bit of a vibration, so I can tell that it does have just a slight bent. Not bad. So, but I'm happy with it. Let's go grab the bag and let's get the mowing some while I can before it rains. Always forget to adjust it. Yeah, yeah. I've got a lot of it cut. Doing really good with bagging. And I mean, obviously, like, I still need to come like clean up areas like this, right? So I'm not having to worry about damaging the blade. You know, kind of knock hills down like this. You know, I mean, there's a stump right here, right? So obviously need equipment to get that stuff out. But anyway, kind of come through. I'm gonna finish cleaning this up, and then I'll probably try to cut all the way back to the creek as much as I can. And something just went running through there. I don't know what that was. But then I also have, you know, stuff like this that as I mow, right, there's a stump here. I can't do that. A mound of dirt that I need equipment to move. But stuff like this, like little stumps, you know, I try to remember those things, that way I can come back and cut them off with a Sawzall and then not have to worry about them anymore. Because eventually that stuff will just rot away, right? If you cut it all the way down and just keep cutting, you know, don't allow it to grow back, eventually it will, you know, die off at some point. But, you know, I mean, we do want to come in here, you know, and be able to level all this out. So, you know, in the future, as we continue to progress, we're still going to continue to bring in dirt, to bring in sand, you know, to bring in better grass. And, you know, just over the years, this will look better and better and better. But hey, if you're here watching the journey and you're new, we would gladly ask that you hit that subscribe. Check out, you know, other things that we have to offer down in the description. If you'd like to join our journey and become a member, right, we have those things to do as well. Merchandise, right, we always try to list, you know, a few things, some hats, mugs, totes, shirts, different things. Definitely get down there, check that out as well. It's greatly appreciated. And let's go ahead and take a quick break for today's affiliate sponsorship. That also helps us out. Normally we're only testing products that we would be using, right, and stuff like that. And we're not, if it's something that we're not going to use or something that we don't like, we're not going to talk about it. Okay, so but definitely get down into the description, check that out as well, and be right back. We're going to take a break from today's video to talk about today's product affiliate sponsorship with Conbola portable solar fans. Okay, so this fan actually comes in multiple colors and such. Even the battery life, I believe it has 2 different options, but this is the X23 model, right? It has the 6-watt output with a 5-volt 2-amp max input. Okay, and then obviously it does have the little solar panel, and as you can see, it is charging. And then on the back of the solar panel, it even has a little green light, lets you know that it is receiving power. How much power? I'm not sure. I don't know, but it does power this up. And then this even has an additional jack in the back, so if you need to use it as a backup battery to charge like a phone, your camera, whatever it is, it will do that as well. Okay, now this does have a built-in light, has 3 different settings, and then your fan has a low, medium high. Okay, I love using it, you know, for a nighttime fan. I actually put it down on the footboard of the bed and use it at night, right? And Giggles is going to come over and help me. We're actually going to put this one into the chicken coop. That way the chickens actually have some decent airflow in here. I'll get a better hook for it eventually, but we also are able to use it as a light if we need to come in here at nighttime for whatever reason. And then I also have the solar panel that I'm just going to mount to the roof up here. But looks great. So if you need your own solar fan to be able to utilize, whether you're camping, RVing, need it for a chicken coop, need it for a shop, or just whatever, nighttime sleeping, then definitely get down into the description. Check out the link that we have provided. Get yours today because they're amazing. I love it. All right, so yeah, that fan actually looks pretty cool. And I enjoy using it at night whenever I'm sleeping. So, we definitely would ask that you get over there, check that out. It's greatly appreciated. So, I'm going to get back. Well, actually, before I can finish this, we need to run into town to get some chicken feed and stuff. And yes, we will be jumping back over to, doing the fence and doing the stuff for the animals. Hopefully, coming this week after, right, the meetup and all those things. Plus, I took a quick lunch break and was making pizza dough, right? Because we're doing homemade pizzas tonight for dinner and such. But anyway, we're going to run into town and then get some chicken feed, some dog feed, cat feed, feed for all the animals, right? And then I'll be back. I will be back. Whew, words are hard sometimes. And we'll get this finished up. What did you do, Lulu? What did you do? What did you do? The belly. Give me the belly. Give me the belly. Well, man, I don't know what the heck. So, obviously coming over here, been cutting down some of the longer stuff. Trying to go through, which, I probably should be cutting this with the walk behind weed mower. Just with as big as it is, which I'm probably going to do now. But I went through, I didn't even really hit any, I hit this chunk of wood right here, right? And it's cedar. Cedar's like a softer wood. It didn't even really do a whole lot, but let's get over to the mower. I want to show you. God, man, it upsets me. Like this is the one thing that I hate about this mower. And it's a good mower, good engine, right? Obviously, it's a Briggs & Stratton engine. It does good, but for this style, which I can try to look and see if they have different, the part that holds the blade, right? A different style, because the one that uses, and I need this kind because it has the pulley on it, right? It has the built-in pulley. But the problem with that stupid Star, right, is it keeps breaking, right? Just like that one. So because I hit that little time, look at the blade. Like there's not even any nicks or bends or nothing. Like it didn't hit anything hard, but yet it broke that off. Like what the hell? So I'm pretty certain that this style here is stronger for whatever reason, right? That style there, it probably doesn't shear nowhere near as easy. And that's probably why some manufacturers are going to that. But that doesn't work for me because I need the pulley. So, unless I do some magic of possibly, cutting this myself and welding and doing whatever, I don't know. I don't have a lathe, which that's not even round. That's like an oval. But I don't have the tools required. Man, this is just aggravating. Flat out aggravating. So I'm gonna look and see if there's another one that I can get that doesn't have that flower pattern, because it's junk, man. Straight up junk. But for the most part, I was able to cut 80%. Well, if we're talking about even stuff that I wanted to cut over there too, then I'm less than 50%. But Giggles likes it. I just like the way that this mower cuts so much better until the stupid thing breaks. It is what it is, I guess. I'll go research and see if I can't find another thing. And then, they are fairly cheap. I buy more than one, I guess, but dang, man. I'm just so aggravated with wanting to come out here and, you know, clean up our yard and do all that stuff. And I have to deal with equipment breaking constantly. I don't know. Is it just a pull and pro thing, or is it just an Ansem thing? I don't know. I can't have nice things. Hi, Giggles, you're in charge. Make sure nobody breaks into the place. Okay? She's upset. And I can already see Willow's on the couch. She wants to go. She was so mad. But we're all loaded up. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Everybody ready?
I'm ready to go to the lake.
All right. You ready? Load up. Let's go. All right. So we made it to the lake. I've already went around and did a few hellos and whatnot. Right. Everyone's still over there. So we're going to come grab chairs. And we actually got a gift that we were not expecting. But we will share that out. Even though it has my name on it. Jason from White Rock Homestead already said, well, we already know who this is going to, so, but we will share that later, not right now. So we're gonna say
hi.
Hi.
I'm fine. I was once so tired and I got drink, Daddy.
Oh, green tea. Okay. All right. We'll be right back. Well, we got home just in time to get our showers knocked out. Well, most part. I think one child didn't get her shower, but almost. But there's still enough pressure in the tank to for her to shower. So obviously we have we just have a little tiny power bank. We call it the fish, right? But right there, it's going to charge our portable fan that also has a light on it. So we at least have light in here. At least the little one's bedtime. So.
And we also have a candle. I have a couple of candles.
Yeah.
But one's in the restroom right now with one of the girls, and the other one is in our counter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So always have those emergency candles. Mine are in a little, what's it called, baby?
Yeah, it's like the little covers. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you
but
put it in there and you close the little door. It's all glass all the way around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a couple of those.
Which I would still like to get some of like that powder one. You know, it's just like, it almost looks like sand. Because if those are, for whatever reason, tip over, it puts the fire out.
Yeah.
I would like to get some of that. But obviously, someone's getting notification. But anyway, we made it home safe. So the meetup was fun. Got to see a lot of folks again that we haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah, it was wonderful. A lot of folks.
Yeah. And some awesome subscribers that were representing our merch. Woohoo! Thank you. Yes, most definitely. And of course, obviously with no power, you can probably hear it outside.
But it has been reported a couple of outages here.
Yeah, so yeah, you can see.
They're working on
And good stuff. Obviously, we still have light outside because those are solar lights. But yeah. But the one thing I did say though was we were gonna get all the way home and it wasn't gonna rain until we stepped out of the Jeep. And y'all, literally the second that we opened the doors of the Jeep to start coming into the house is when it started to rain. Like I called it to the T.
Yeah, he did.
To the T. But all right. Well, I guess we'll see you in the morning. Hopefully we have power in the morning. We got power again. So that's good. So it's morning. Top of the morning. Miss Giggles is already up. Honking at us. But as you can see, all the water just seeping out of the ridge once again. Well, I know we didn't really record a whole lot over at the meetup, but hey, sometimes even when you're at a meetup full of YouTubers and subscribers alike, you know, you're just there for the moment, you know, to be there with your friends and to have good fellowship and just good grub, right? The food was amazing. Came out a little later. We ended up leaving a little later than we wanted to, but we still got home right before the rain, so that was good. It was a decent drive. Didn't have to really worry too much. The loss of power, really, it is what it is. If you caught us over on our post, right? Because I know on the community tab that goes out only to all of our subscribers. It doesn't go out to anything else. So if you're new here and you're not subscribed, we had greatly asked that you do give us that subscribe. As you can see behind me, you know, we are expecting more rain today. So today is just going to be a relaxed day, I guess. We'll get back out here and stuff. I'm going to be getting back into doing the gate, or not the gate. Wow. I just walked past the gate. So I was actually out here looking at the driveway, which I'm going to show you that here in a sec. But yeah, and kind of tell you what's going on with this road now. And but yeah, we're expecting more rain, so I'm gonna get back over to the fence, right? I have some posts that I need to put in, and then come payday, we're gonna go get some of the fencing, right? Actual field fence to start putting up. And then I do have, because for the little animals that we got coming, I know I haven't said what they are yet. We don't really need a very large pen to begin with because they're just going to be babies, right? So we're going to go ahead and get the stuff that we need for that, right? To just get the little pen going. And then from there, we will expand out the paddock, because once they're in the small pen, we can train them to a hot wire, to just a single hot wire. And then for areas like this up here, right, we can just put in a single hot wire around, and then they can actually be out helping clear out the pasture, and they'll be trained just to a single hot wire. So, but anyway, let's get you flipped around. So the good old creek, which, I mean, this is a seasonal creek, but this little pond area right here where it comes out of the culverts, we do need to throw a lot more rocks. But for this area, this road, okay, we have talked about this. So our property line actually goes over here, right up against our neighbor's fence, right? So that includes all of this road. And we've talked about, we never had the agreement in writing, right? The easement agreement for this, because this goes, and then it circles back around this way, and then goes up, and then it enters into national forest right there, okay? So all that grass line or tree line over there is all national forest, right? But all of that up here is our property, right? Until it gets to there, and then it's a line goes straight south. Well, this here, as you can see, is being washed out because of that cattle panel that got placed in over the culverts, because they're trying to block it off, that way their baby cows don't go into the culvert. Well, they're gonna have to come up with something else. They're gonna be talking with the city. City has their number. Because of that is the reason why this is getting washed out, and now they got to come in here and repair all this. So whether they're going to replace the culverts or whatnot, obviously they have to come over here and remove, because there's a culvert in the creek. You just can't see it because this pool is like 6 foot deep, right? Well, they're either going to have to replace these or what. So as of right now, from what I've been told, right, is that this original agreement goes back 6 deeds. So from this, I mean, this property's been around for a while, and it goes back 6 deeds, and that's how long this has been open to the public. and they want it to stay open to the public to be able to go in there. And it's mainly for fire control, right? Obviously, if they need access into this side of National Forest, it's a fire lane, right? And that's why they want to keep it open. So with that, the budgeting for the year was already in place. So now they're going through, and you know, if you've ever worked for a government, you know how that goes, right? So as of right now, they're gathering up the funding, they're gathering up the materials, and they're going to come and fix this. But they also need to work with him to come up with a better solution other than that cattle panel. Otherwise, it's just going to continue doing the same thing, right? So we're on the waiting list. It is going to get fixed. City, right, is going to maintain it. Well, it all comes from state funding, right? Because this is federal, right? It is a National Forest is federal, but it's state, right? The state maintains it. So federal land, but state maintains it. So the state of Arkansas will be maintaining this road. So with that, we're going to continue. We will bring in a fence then on this side instead of closing it off with the gate up in the front, right? Because originally we put the gate here, but this was temporary. I was just going to move this to the front, but not now. So we're just going to do the fence. We'll keep the gate here and go with that. So hopefully everyone had a great weekend, and we had a blast being able to get out and just visit with friends and actually meet people that we've known for a while. You know, for a couple years now, we just never physically met them in person, right? And we had a chance to do that this weekend. So yeah, it's an amazing time. It kind of feels like you've known them forever, even though you've never physically met them. So yeah, it's pretty cool to just be able to sit down, have some chit chats with some folks, and going through and, you know, just kind of be able to put a face to the names that you see, you know, in our comments and stuff like that as well. So we do thank you, even if we don't always remember names and stuff. Both Gladys and I are horrible about that. We are horrible about that. So I know a lot of people are like that too, and it is like you recognize faces but you don't remember names. So anyway, I'm gonna get back to the house. I'm actually done with my coffee for today. I think I'm gonna get out here, try to do something. It's free for all day, right? We just do whatever we want, but I'm gonna get out here, try to do something while the sun is shining, and yeah, just get to doing something productive with my day, even though it's Sunday. But all right, well, we definitely thank y'all. If you'd like to stick around a little bit further, go ahead and check out this video we got right here, or the whole year's playlist over on this side. It's greatly appreciated. And then last but not least, definitely get out there, thank a veteran every chance you get, not only on Veterans Day. And we will see you on the next one. Later, friends.